You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 75 degrees, going up to a high of 86. We had some rain last night, though. We had some rain, and I guess that's coming from the hurricanes that's coming up the East Coast. I was talking to one of my friends in Jersey yesterday, and she was telling they had really bad weather, too. You know, this time of the season for Jersey, the temperatures drop drastically. They have major storms. I remember one year, it was this time of the year. Now, what's crazy is where I lived at, we were about 3 hours away from water. Like, the beach was like 3 hours away. But the crazy part about it, whenever there was a bad storm, our area got hit really bad. And where my house was, I did not know when I bought the house that I lived in a flood zone. So because I lived in a flood zone, every time it rained really hard, my basement would flood. So 3 times my basement flooded. After the last big storm, that's when I decided to sell my house and move to Georgia. And that was like it, because at that point, the house was like a wreck. Like, that we lost power. We had water damage on our house. Like the floor so we had hardwood floors, like real hardwood floors. The floor had like started to puckle up in my dining room. Some kind of way that my ceiling fell in my office. It was crazy. Just a whole lot of stuff going on that just happened because of that last storm. So after that last storm, we decided to sell the house and move to Georgia. So anyway, it's a beautiful day today. We had some rough weather, but it's a beautiful day today. Listen, today is 9/11, y'all. I was talking to, I was on my mastermind call this morning. And so for those of you who are listening around the world and you don't know what 9/11 is, it was one of the most horrific days in American history. And you know, I'm sure they've had more, but that was the one that I happened to be a part of. And I'll never forget it as long as I live. And God gives me a good sound mind. I was and I told the story earlier on a mastermind call, but on 9/11, September 11, 2000, I was on my way to my office. I had a headache, and I stopped by Rite Aid to pick up a pain pill, some Tylenol. So I stopped by Rite Aid on my way to my office. I had just opened up a new office. I had a publishing company. I helped authors publish books and things like that. My company was called Milestone Publishing. And I had just opened my new office, moved into the new office and everything, and was so excited about doing business with everybody. And moved into the office and got to my office that morning, and my television wouldn't work. Something was wrong with the phone lines. I had a cell phone, but the regular office phone line, something was wrong. I'm like, what's going on with the phone lines? You know, the TV wouldn't come on. It's just crazy. So my husband called me and said, did you see the news? And I was like, no, I didn't see the news. He wasn't my husband at the time. He was my boyfriend. I said, no, I didn't see the news. And he was like, you got to look at the news. So I said, okay. He said, come home. So I go home. When I get home, I walk in the house and they got they showing the Twin Towers as they were falling because a plane ran into them. And it was a horrific day. Like, it was a really bad day because that entire day was just like stuff going on. You had the flight that had pulled out in Pennsylvania, and they was trying to crash the plane into something, and the people on the flight was trying to stop them. You had the one that crashed into the Pentagon. It was just crazy. And I remember he and I getting up and going over to Eagle Rock. So Eagle Rock was kind of like, it was a park, but it had like a restaurant up there, like a really beautiful restaurant. But it had a very beautiful lookout, and you can from the lookout point, you can stand up at the point of lookout and look over into New York and see the Twin Towers. And I lived in West Orange, New Jersey, but you can see Twin Towers from where we lived. And every year, like when we didn't go to the park for fireworks, we would go to Eagle Rock. But Eagle Rock was always packed, so if we didn't get there early enough, we didn't see the fireworks in New York. So what would happen is at Eagle Rocks, you could go up to Eagle Rock on the 4th of July. You see all of the fireworks that they do on the Hudson over in New York, because that's how close where we were to New York. Like, we really were that close. Like, we could literally be in New York in 15, 20 minutes, like literally. And so where I lived at, if I went up the hill, 5 minutes up the hill to Eagle Rock, I could actually see New York. I could see the Hudson, things like that. And people would just go up there and just hang out, Well, we all went up there. It was me and probably half of West Orange up there that day on 9/11, looking out over the Hudson as we see nothing but the debris from the Twin Towers because they had got hit by a plane. It was the craziest thing I had ever lived through at that point. It was really crazy. And I remember just standing there and just being numb because what we used to look at and thought of as fun, now it has become a place in history that most of us would never forget. And so 9/11, we lost a lot of people. We lost about 3,000 people in that tragedy from 9/11. And that's, it's sad, but it was an act of terrorist, and it was a hate act. Like, you hate people that much, because what you're saying don't make sense. You hate people that much that you would just kill people for no reason. Like 3,000 people, over 3,000 people, nearly 3,000 people lost their lives that day. So I want to just give a moment of silence for 9/11. So it's going to be quiet for a second, but just know that this is a moment of silence for 9/11. All right, thank you. Let's get the show rolling. All right, so today is Monday, September 11th. It's also National Make Your Bed Day. Now, listen, I know I don't make my bed every day. I was in a good mood yesterday, though. I got up. I did a whole lot of domestic chores yesterday. I did the bed, made the bed up. I did the laundry. I vacuumed. I'm not domesticated, y'all. That's not my thing. My husband normally does that, but he was working. And so he wasn't feeling well. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do all the chores that he know. I make sure he ate and all that good stuff. I was really wifey yesterday. I was wife material yesterday. Any other day, not so much. Yesterday, I was very much wife material. I felt like Betty Crocker or somebody. I cooked. I cleaned. I did the laundry. Oh, yeah. I felt like, and then I did work on top of that. I did 2 newsletters, an article. Oh, I was busy yesterday on a Sunday. Good day. I told my daughter this morning, I woke up, I felt so relaxed. Maybe because I did some domestic chores yesterday. That could have been it. But anyway, it's National Make Your Bed Day. It's also Ironman Wells Day. So Ironman, that's like one of them sporting events where you got to go through all these obstacle courses to see how far you can go. I can tell you right now, I probably could make it to the halfway mark to get to the starting line. That's a lot of work. They do all this racing and jumping and all kinds of stuff. All right, it's Libraries Remembrance Day. Remember libraries. All right, so remember libraries. National Boss Employee Exchange Day. National Hot Cross Bun Day. Okay, it looks delicious. No News is Good News Day. Okay. Angeline Verona's birthday. Happy birthday, Angeline. Ginger Ming's birthday. Happy birthday, Ginger Mings. I think I better not say that because she might not be what I was about to say, but I'm looking at her like, okay, I'm not going to say it. Anyway, happy birthday, Ginger Ming. J.C. Kalin's birthday. Happy birthday, J.C. Kalin's. Kago's birthday. Happy birthday, Kago's. Ludacris' birthday. Okay, Virgo. Happy birthday, Luda. Y'all know who Luda is. Taraji's birthday. Happy birthday, Taraji P. Henson. And Yukiko Todoriko's. I don't know. She looked like she was from the 1900s. Happy birthday, Yukiko. All right, those are your national days and national birthdays for today. Let's keep this train rolling and get on with these horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. For today, Monday, September the 11th, we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Your involvement in interest group may bring you popularity. Don't tell others of your plans. You can make money if you're willing to push your ideas on those in a position to support your efforts. All right, don't tell others your plans. Listen, you can't tell your plans to everybody, Aries. I know you want to share, but not everybody's going to be acceptance of what you're trying to do. Not everybody's going to understand what you're trying to do. Not everybody's going to agree with what you're trying to do. So you can't tell your plans to everybody. So today, don't tell your plans to anybody. Keep them to yourself. Unless it's somebody you absolutely know you can trust. I'm talking about absolutely. That's all I'm saying. Taurus, take care of your personal needs. You need a day to rest and relax with the ones you love. Stick to travel or do things in conjunction with groups. All right. Take care of your personal needs. Handle your business. Take care of yourself. You need to relax with the ones you love. Spend a minute to just relax. Take a minute to just say, you know what? I'm going to rest right now. I did that Saturday. I think I did that half a day Friday, pretty much all day Saturday. Did I do any work on Saturday? Which I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to really be off on Saturday. And I think I was. But definitely Sunday, I got it in. I got it all the way in on Sunday. Gemini, you would need to work diligently in order to accomplish even the smallest amount. You may have to explain your action to your family. You can gain approval, get kudos, and ask for help if you put a little heart into your speech or your request. All right, so you want them to say yes, you got to put a little heart into it. They got to feel your passion, Gemini. You can't go in there trying to push people around like you normally do. If you want their help, right? You got to put a little heart into your speech or your request. They need to know that you're for real and being authentic, because you could be sometimes inauthentic. Cancer, it might be time to shake a leg and do a personal makeover. Travel will be favorable. You can gain knowledge from dealing with foreigners. Don't be alarmed. All right, you gonna do a personal makeover, Cancer? Yes. So my daughter's in the studio again, y'all. When it says travel will be favorable, she loves to travel. It was so funny because I was talking to somebody. I was talking to my husband last night, right? And we always talk about the things we would do. He and I, so we're so much on point when it comes to like things we do. Like he doesn't have I don't even know if he has a wish list. I have a wish list, but there are things that I know I would certainly do if I was a multimillionaire. And one of them would be to have season tickets to the Braves game, to the Falcon games, to the Hawks game. I would have season tickets. That's something, and like not just season tickets. I would have like the clubhouse stuff. Like I would have a Delta Sky Miles Club thing. Like these are the things I would have, right? Because those are the things that I enjoy. And so my traveling would be to go to the games. Like if we wanted to go to Pittsburgh game, which Pittsburgh is his team, Pittsburgh. We wanted to fly to Pittsburgh for the game. I want to be in the best of the best. I want to be in the clubhouse. I want to be in the, you know why? Because there are perks in the clubhouse. Listen, we go to the Braves game. We are in the clubhouse and it is amazing. So I'm spoiled. I am absolutely spoiled. Like I like that. I also like really beautiful hotels. Like I want to stay in like the best hotels. Now let me just say this: I'm not paying $100,000 for no room. I'm not doing that. Now, I might splurge at $1,000, but $100,000, $10,000, $15,000, I ain't doing that. Even at multi-million-dollar status, I ain't doing it because I'm gonna go in that room and I'm gonna sleep, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna do outside some other personal stuff. I'm not paying that kind of money for that. That doesn't make sense to me. I get what people are saying, but that doesn't make sense to me. But I do like beautiful hotels. So I will splurge a little bit on that. So anyway, Leo, you can expect changes in your living arrangements. Don't be too eager to start any debates. Don't fall for damaging rumors and refuse to get involved in gossip. Look, anybody got no time for no gossip today, Leo? That is a low energy task and activity. You don't want to be a part of that. You got work to do. You got things to take care of. Handle that stuff. Refuse to get involved in gossip. There's no time for it. Virgo, don't push your luck with authority. You can make money if you will, wishing to push your ideas on people in positions that can support you. Your involvement in organizational events could open doors to new and exciting opportunities. The way to get them doors open, you got to get involved, Virgo. You got to get involved with some new and exciting events and some organizations so you can open up the doors to push your ideas on the right folks so they can support you. So my challenge to you today, Virgo, is to go out and find them opportunities. They're there. They're waiting for you. They're just waiting for you to show up and take them. All right? All right. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
East Coast, always in me. Commonwealth, Lil Joe, getting love from my city. Yeah. I roll call for the DMV. In my own lane, you could still ride with me. Yeah.
Lord knows I made mistakes.
You want in, but it's too late.
I don't need your support just to know I'm important.
And I will never sell myself short, cause I know you see me on the come up. Big girl with big dreams and big drip. Talk is cheap, but please dare me to run up. I'ma put my money where my mouth is. Talk a good game, I'm my alphabet.
Welcome back. One of my favorite songs because I'm an Alpha Bay. Yeah. Shout out to all the Alpha Bays out there. Shout out to all the Alpha Bays. All right, welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Try to understand both sides of the issue before taking sides. You'll get to your destination just as quickly. Problems with peers are apparent. Like you got some peer problem, it's going to be very apparent. In the meantime, try to understand both sides of the issues. Normally it's 3 sides. There's his side, her side, and the truth. 3 sides to every story. So try to get all the sides before you make a decision. Scorpio, don't start any arguments unless you're prepared to accept irrevocable results. Your charm will attract someone special. Sudden trips will take you by surprise. I hope it's a good surprise, Scorpio. I hope that sudden trip is like a good surprise and you have a lot of fun. Sagittarius, deal with the needs of children and get into groups that deal with self-awareness. Minor accidents could occur if you don't take precautions. Your professional attitude will not go unnoticed. Folks are watching you, Sagittarius. They're always watching, even when you think they're not watching. That's why it's always best to be on your best behavior. Always put your best foot forward. Act like you got some sense. Always. People are always watching, even when they don't say they are. Capricorn, focus on your own domestic problems. You are best not to say too much to your colleagues. A passionate encounter with your mate should help alleviate the pent-up energy. Ooh-wee. Go ahead, Capricorn. What kind of encounter is that going to be? When I think about encounter, I think about some risque place. That's what I think about. When it says encounter, it's like it's a place, it's risque, and it's fun. Knock yourself out. Get rid of that pent-up energy. Aquarius, don't overdo it. You need to enjoy yourself. Look out for yourself today. Make any decisions you have in order to avoid feeling unsettled. Listen, don't overdo it. Look out for yourself. Do it for yourself. You need to do it for yourself. It's a self day for you. Do it. Aquarius, it's for you. It's all for you today. It's all for you. That's Janet Jackson. Even my version of it. All right, last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you should look into making some special physical changes. Okay, what kind of physical changes? Such as a new hair color. Okay, I like that. Toning up your body, been working on that. As a matter of fact, y'all, I got on the scale this morning. I was down 4 pounds. I almost fell out. Listen, I was excited. I'm like, wait a minute, because now I got to remember what I was doing, because I have no idea. When I was going hard, I wasn't losing a pound. Then I was like, I'm not going as hard, but I was like, I got off the scale and got back on because I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa, 4 pounds? Yeah, it was good. There could be opposition or temper tantrums on the home front. Don't neglect these problems. Deal with them once and for all, then move on to more pleasurable tasks. All right, fish, we're going to make some physical changes. We're going to change our hair color. We're going to do a little body toning, right? And then you got them temper tantrums that's going to happen on your home front. Now, if you're like me, temper tantrums are not good on my home front because you throw a temper tantrum, I'm going to throw one too. Because I don't like that. So we ain't going to embrace, we're not going to even accept no temper tantrums. There's going to be a beautiful day on our home front. Let's say it again. Our home front is beautiful. It will be a beautiful day on the home front. My home front is beautiful. It will be a beautiful day on my home front. Say that 6 more times and it's going to be a beautiful day on your home front. All right? All right. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow with more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. Let me get on to some news we can use, y'all. Let me say this, right? There's a story. A man accused of breaking into 400 cars in Gwinnett County is arrested. He had a lot of time on his hands. When I tell 400 cars, he's been on a month-long crime spree. He's been doing it for a month. He done put in at least 400 hours of time breaking in folks' cars. Yep, just breaking in people's cars. They got to know. I guess he was like, I ain't getting no job. An East Point man accused of going on a summer crime spree and breaking into hundreds of cars throughout the metro Atlanta area is now facing charges in Gwinnett County. Okay, police say he was arrested Thursday in Forest Park by the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office Fugitive Task Force. With the help of the U.S. Marshal Office. They wanted him bad. They got the U.S. Marshal out there on him. The Forest Park Police Department and Clayton County the police, they were all trying to get him. 400. He had a lot of time on his hands. And he was good, y'all. He got 400 cars. It got so good to me, he couldn't stop. Let me tell y'all something, though. When you think it's so good and you can't stop, you're going to get caught. I'm just saying, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. But here's the thing. Stop being greedy. Stop breaking in folks' stuff. Stop stealing. Stop doing whatever it is you're doing, because eventually you're going to get caught. But maybe he was supposed to get caught. It was in the stars from him. He had him a good old time. He done broke into 400 car. He went on a car break-in crime spree. 400. He started. Listen, the police say he broke into 30 cars in June on one night. 30 cars. June 22nd, he broke into 30 cars in Gwinnett that one night. Ooh, he going to jail now though. I wonder how much time he's gonna get. Probably not long. He'll probably be out tomorrow. He got enough money. He done stole enough stuff. I'm just saying. All right, there is over in Hamilton Mills. So if you don't know much about Hamilton Mills, there's still a lot of land available in Hamilton Mills. With some residents over there not excited because they're about to build. They want to build 700 apartments or 700 homes or something. They are not excited about that development. And so right now they're saying we stop overdevelopment in Hamilton Mills. They got a petition going on, and they are not happy. They're not happy. They say no to the 700 apartments and 17,000 square feet of commercial and retail space proposed in Hamilton Mills. They're not happy about it. That's right next to the Cula, like right there in that area. Right? They said they don't want it. They don't want it. So the Gwinnett Planning Commission, the Gwinnett County Planning Commission will meet at 7 p.m. Tuesday, October the 3rd to vote on whether or not to recommend approval of the rezoning applications to the Board of Commissioners. The Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners will vote on rezoning application on the 24th. The GCPC and the BOC need to hear from the community. They don't want it. They were like, listen, we are tired. Unfortunately, let me tell y'all something. I don't think they're going to be able to stop it. I know a lot of times we can voice our opinions, but I think once the county makes up its mind about what it wants to do, it's going to do it. When I first moved to Gwinnett County, I was excited about the fact that where I lived at, we lived in a beautiful house, right? We lived in I remember driving down the street and asking my daughter, did I do good? Because they hadn't seen the house. Like, my husband and I flew down here, found the house, flew back to Jersey, sent some money back, got the house. So when my daughter came down here and we drove to the house, I said to her, did I do good? And she said, you did good. The house was beautiful. And so I remember thinking, man, I am literally in a beautiful house in a subdivision, and a mile down the road is the country. That's what I was excited about. Like, I could see horses and cows and goats and chickens, literally, right? Now all I see is houses. That's all I see. 10 years later, I see a few horses, depending on which corner I turn. I see a few goats, depending on which way I go, some cows, but nothing like when we first moved to Georgia. Nothing like it. So I get why Hamilton Mills is annoyed. Not only that, the traffic is horrific. Like, I went to the store early this morning thinking, okay, I'm going to go the back way. Man, I could barely get out the street. I'm like, I should have went. And I always go the back way where there's no lights, right? Today I needed lights because I couldn't get out because the cars kept coming. So the traffic is horrendous. Like, even just going to certain places, like, I would leave at a certain time, go certain roads. I went up New Hope Road one day thinking, okay, I'm going to go the back way because New Hope the traffic was backed up. It made me late. I was like, oh my God, now I can't even come this way. So I understand why they're annoyed about the 700 housing units that are proposed for the area, because it's going to add more traffic. It's taken away from the beauty of the beauty of the country. Hamilton Mills still has a lot of land. It still looks rural, but that's all changing. And Gwinnett is growing. I can't even imagine what it's going to look like in another 10 years. I picture, my mind pictures something like what Jersey looked like. Like a suburbs in Jersey, like Montclair, where it's just packed, people just packed in. And I was riding this morning from the store, and I was like, I still want my house on my land where I'm not packed in. So anyway, there's a petition going around. They said stop the redevelopment in Hamilton Mills. I know, I get it. I totally understand the frustration. I really, really do. Because the beauty of the country and the serenity of the rural areas is pretty much dwindling away. I know I was in a meeting one day, and the lady was from Bethlehem, and she's like, yeah, they're building out in Bethlehem. Bethlehem is on the other side of Lawrence, Gwinnett County, a little bit north of Gwinnett, and it's probably about 20 minutes away. It's beautiful out there. It looks like the country too, but I don't know what I haven't been out there in about 2 years, so I don't know what it looks like now. It probably don't look like the country though, because they're building everywhere. And at the end of the day, what can you do? Can't do nothing. All right, I'm going to go to the song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Another one of my favorite songs. When I grow old, I want to be just like you, just like you. Upfront Gwinnett launched its first episode, fighting fentanyl. Fentanyl, I watched the episode with Deborah Tuff. So Deborah Tuff is the Gwinnett spokeswoman over at Gwinnett County. And I watched that first episode. It was heartbreaking. I didn't know what fentanyl was. I still don't. I just know it's an opioid. My thing is, how do people get it? Like, if it's so deadly, why is it even on the streets? Like, how do they get their hand? I mean, because apparently this young lady went to a party and took a pop of Percocet. And when she took the Percocet, it was laced with fentanyl. And her friends were like, she only took half of it. You know what was crazy about that? And this, I have a grown daughter. And literally, I'm always like, I don't think you ever go unstressed when you're a parent, ever. My daughter is grown and she has her own daughter. And I'm always stressed out. this young lady went to a party with some friends, and the friends didn't have sense enough to call her mother and say something happened. So the girl went to the hospital, and she passed away. So her mother had to find out about it on the next day on social media. Tragic, just tragic by itself. And she was a young girl. She said she was very beautiful. You know, I think for me, when I hear stories like this, Brianna's story, it's called Brianna's Story, and you can go to the website after the show. It's going to be there. I put the video with Deborah Tuff hosting it and talking to Brianna's mother. Her name is Tasha Edwards. You know, just looking at these stories, her daughter was a good girl, right? But I'm sure she succumbed to peer pressure, and that's normally what happens. And so, fighting fentanyl, I heard it's a horrible drug, and it's supposed to be 100 times worse than morphine and heroin. But my thing is, how does it get on the street? And like, why would you want to? And so I'm talking to the drug dealers right now. First of all, you shouldn't be selling drugs. That's the first thing. The second thing is, why would you want to lace the pill with something that could kill somebody? Like, is it your intention to make money and just kill off drug addicts? Or people that you perceive to be drug addicts? This girl probably was not a drug addict. She went to a party. She was doing what everybody else do at the party. And she popped the pill thinking nothing of it. And the whole time it's laced with fentanyl. And, you know, fentanyl, I heard it's horrible. Like, I heard it's so dangerous. And so a Percocet is a pill. It's a tiny pill. And the girl that she was with said, and the girl said she was her best friend. The girl said she took half a pill. And half a pill took her out of here. What the heck is it? And why is it on the streets? Like, why can't we get this drug off? We got crack off the street. I remember the crack epidemic. It was horrible. I knew people who went down because of crack. Like, I watched my cousin one time. She's my favorite cousin. She still is my favorite cousin. She got herself together. But I watched her one time. She got hooked on crack. And now what was crazy, she was 6 years older than me. She is 6 years older than me. And we used to hang together. Like, when I got old enough to hang out, like, she was one of my running partners, right? And I was dating one guy. I was dating my best friend. I was dating my best friend's boyfriend, best friend. And my cousin was dating the guy I was dating. She was dating his cousin. So it was like a circle. We was just all dating in this little circle. The cousin, the best friends, and all that kind of stuff. But my cousin, some kind of way, got hooked on drugs by her boyfriend, which was the guy I was dating, his cousin. He started her to getting high, just smoking coolies, and she kept getting high until she went to crack. And I remember she was missing one day, and my aunt called me, and she was like, I don't know where she is. So I went to go look for her. Now I remember, she's the oldest cousin in my family. Like, she's the oldest of all my cousins on my mom's side. She's the firstborn. I'm like number 5 or something, or 4, I think, down the line. I think I'm number 4 in that line of grandkids. She's the oldest. And I remember going to look for her, and I found her. And I'm never gonna forget this. She's walking down the streets. She had on some white pants. She used to be a nurse's assistant. So she had on white pants, and she had on a long white shirt that came down to her knees, because that's what she used to wear to work. And then she had been in the crack house for like a week. Her hair was matted to her head. And I said to her, get in the car. And she said no. But I know why she didn't want to get in the car. Because she had not been home in a week. And she looked like she had been sleeping on the floor of a crack house. I said to her, get in the car. So I'm riding alongside of her. I said, get in the car. She said no. And she wouldn't get in the car. She would not get in the car. She sat on an abandoned building steps. And I said, please get in the car. She said no. And she wouldn't get in the car. I said, okay, I'm going to meet you at the house. She said, okay. So I drove to my aunt's house. And she met me there. She didn't talk to me. She just met me there. And I said to her, I'll call you later. And she said, okay. And she went in the house. But she had a strong addiction to drugs. So I said all that to say, crack was a crazy epidemic. I saw people just lose it with crack. I saw people who couldn't turn back. But it wasn't killing folks like that. It was just turning them into like very bad drug abusers. This thing right here kills you like almost instantly. So why in the world is it on the streets? For something to be 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times... Have you ever had morphine before? When I had surgery, and I've had about 6 surgeries, when you're in pain, they give you morphine, you feel nothing. It's 100 times stronger than morphine, 50 times stronger than heroin. But anyway, to check out Upfront Fighting Fentanyl with Brianna's story, go to Good Morning Gwinnett. It'll be up there as soon as I get finished with the show. Deborah Tuff, who is the spokesperson for Gwinnett, is interviewing Brianna's mother. And, you know, my daughter said to me, I'm surprised you watched that whole thing. Because I just can't stand, I cannot stand. Physically, it does something to me to see stuff like that. One of the members of the Gwinnett Women's Chamber said she lost her nephew. He was 3 years old. He drowned in a pond. And when she told me that, I said to her, oh my God, that hurts my heart. She probably thinks I'm just saying that. It really physically does something to me. My daughter knows it. She said, I'm surprised you watched that. But I did. But anyway, if you want to see Brianna's story, if you want to see Deborah's Tuff and the talk about fentanyl, go to Gwinnett, goodmorninggwinnett.com. It'll be there posted. And Deborah does a good job. She's a good journalist. I love her. Like, I've been following her since she came to Gwinnett. I love her. I love how she does everything. I think she's great at what she does. And, you know, I'm so glad she's here in Gwinnett County. All right, let's keep this train moving. Ghost Kitchens, the different kind of restaurant webinar. Let me tell you something. I thought this was, I think I announced this workshop last year, maybe earlier this year. Anyway, for those of you who don't know what a ghost kitchen is, it is a place for you to have a business out of in the food industry, and you don't have to own a restaurant. You can use a ghost kitchen to prepare your food, and also ghost kitchens are set up to have everything that you need. Every kind of permit that you need is already in place. You know, if you need certain licenses outside of your business license, it's already in place. You just need to show up and pay your rent most of the time with the appropriate licenses, and you become a part of a ghost kitchen. And I think this is a great opportunity for people. Ghost kitchens have been in the industry news for the past couple of years, and it kind of took place. I don't know if you guys remember Slutty Vegan, but she wasn't in a ghost kitchen when she started out in a ghost kitchen over in DeKalb County. And then she grew into what we know now as $100 million empire, which I'm in awe of her too. Anyway, the ghost kitchen is a way for you to have your business in the food industry without having to have all of the overhead by yourself, right? It is a new restaurant model that's been kind of kicking it about for a minute now. They saying in like the last 2 years, but I think it's been more like 4 years, because I remember looking for a kitchen. Back then it was called a shared kitchen. Now they call them ghost kitchens, because I remember looking for a shared kitchen for my husband when he was thinking about doing his business, his food business. And I found the shared kitchen over in Gwinnett County over on 124 Scenic Highway. But now they got these ghost kitchens, and some of the ghost kitchens, I know there's one in Atlanta. They even have if you have a food truck, they have a place for you to park your food truck too, and use a kitchen to make the food and then put it in a food truck. So ghost kitchens are great. But anyway, they're having an online webinar Friday, September the 15th at 10 a.m. And I wanted to share that with you guys, because I wanted you to, if you were thinking about going into the food industry, this is a great way for you to do it. So the UGA SBDC is going to be hosting this event. So go to ugasbdc.org, UGASBDC training, UGASBDC.training for more information. UGASBDC.training for more information on the ghost kitchen. I wanted to talk about it early because I know that some people are thinking about, their new start, what they want to do. And that may be something that they want to do. Start a business in the food restaurant, start a business in the food industry. And the thing about it is, everybody knows food is fickle. As much as we love it, it can be very draining. I've talked to, during the pandemic and right after the pandemic, there were some restaurants that were part of the Gwinnett Greater East Side Chamber, and they were in business and things were okay, but then it took a nosedive and they struggled. And so one of those food businesses actually closed down earlier this year. One is still struggling. Like, every time I talk to the owner, she's struggling. And I don't know if she's going to be able to make it. I don't know. So before you decided to go into that industry and take on all of that overhead, you may want to try a ghost kitchen to see if there's something that's an option for you, because it may be a good option for you. It may be the opportunity for you to run your business, pay a fraction of what you would pay, and have a fraction of the responsibilities for real. Because when you're in a commercial space, it's all on you, baby. The whole thing is on you. So this may be a great opportunity for you to wet your feet, to make sure it's something you really want to do, and then be able to move out or graduate out of the ghost kitchen into your own location. So check that out. That's Friday at 10 a.m. Go to ugasbdc.training, ugasbdc.training for more information. All right, the city of Norcross is searching for volunteers to be the smiling faces of vibrant community doing a video shoot on Saturday, September the 30th. So if you want to be on, listen, this is your opportunity. You want to be in the photos. Whether you're a morning person or a night owl, we've got flexible time slots from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you're up for an all-day adventure, even better. Every race, age, gender, or even four-legged pals are wholeheartedly welcome. Let's create a vibrant mosaic of togetherness in Norcross, because we all shine together. Our community truly sparkles. That's beautiful. The deadline for submitting a form is Friday, September the 22nd by 6 p.m. So if you want to be in the photo shoot, they want you. They want you to be in the photo shoot, show your face. I'm sure that's going to be used for marketing. The video shoot. It's a video shoot casting call. So if you want to be a part of the video, they're doing a casting call. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay anything, but you want to be a part of that. It's going to be a good opportunity. So, I'm sure they're doing this for marketing purposes. So, if you want to be a part of that, you can go and be a part of that. All right. Whew, that's a good start for Monday. All right, I think that's all I got for you today. I'm going to go to my last song, then I'm going to come back and give you my words of inspiration before I go. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
I am stuck in the middle. Yeah, I'm stuck in between. I'm stuck in the position. I'm just a machine. So you're stuck in the middle, huh? I guess we're stuck in between. Life is a riddle, yeah. And I don't know what it means, no. This is what it feels like. But you're not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. Let's share out and hitchhike. There is nothing we can't do. Ooh, baby, as long as I got you. I'm gonna open up my eyes this time. Open my heart and do it with a smile. I'm gonna love. Give me your love. You're stuck in the middle. Yeah, you're stuck in between. Things can only get better if you know what I mean. Once in the air, you realize what you want, the things that you dream of, and the things that you don't know. This is what it feels like. But you're not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. Let's share out and hitchhike. There is nothing we can't do. Ooh, baby, as long as I got you. I'm gonna open up my eyes this time. Open my heart and do it with a smile. I'm gonna love. Give me your love. I'm gonna open up my eyes this time. Open my heart and do it with a smile. I'm gonna love. Give me your love.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration for the day, and here goes. It says, there's nothing permanent except change. Let me say that again. That was short and sweet and to the point. There's nothing permanent. Nothing is permanent except change. Heraclitus said that, and Heraclitus was right. Nothing is permanent except change. I don't care what you're going through right now. I know it feels hard, but here's the thing. If you can't change it, you can't change it. So move forward. Don't try to go back and change it, because you can't change. You can only change. You can only prepare yourself for the things you want to do to move forward. If it happened already, take notice of what happened, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward. Nothing is permanent except change. I don't care where you are right now. If it's not change, then it's not permanent. That's all. It's that simple. It sounds simple. That's because it is. If it's not change, then it's not permanent. But you have the opportunity to make change permanent. You have the opportunity to do the things you want to do, but you just got to do them. And a lot of times we get so caught up in what didn't go right, what could have went right, what we could have done. You got to keep moving forward. Let me tell you, last week was a very challenging week for me for so many different reasons, but I woke up this morning feeling amazing. I had dropped 4 pounds. That was exciting. And Lord knows I kind of skipped on the gym 2 days, but I still dropped 4 pounds. But I did, I got caught up. I got clear about things. And I feel like that was emotional weight. Like that 4 pounds, because that was like 4 pounds I put on out of nowhere. I'm like, what in the world? I feel like that was emotional weight. But I got rid of it. And I woke up this morning feeling amazing. Feeling absolutely, I said to my husband, man, I feel great. So nothing is permanent except change. And it's okay to change. Change is good. Sometimes people just hate to change. They want to do the same old thing and expect different results. You can't do that. You got to make change so you can make things different. And it's okay. All right? All right. That's all I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 48 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. The Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce is hosting this potluck this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. All women are welcome. Fellas, this one you got to sit out. All of our other events you're welcome to, but this is a potluck Wednesday. I'm going to ask you to sit out on that one. Now, if you show up, we won't turn you away, but we're asking you not to show up. All right. But anyway, if you are in the area, if you're in the Metro Atlanta area, in the Gwinnett area, if you want to join us, go to GwinnettWomen'sChamber.com and click on events. You'll see all of our events there from the chamber and some of our members. Be sure to check that out and come join us. Let me just say this. It says potluck. Nobody hardly ever cooks. Everybody go out and buy something and then we come. Because nobody has the time for real. Nobody has the time to do that. So anyway, love to see you out there this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. Go to the website, GwinnettWomen'sChamber.com, GwinnettWomen'sChamber.com to find out more information. Hey, listen, that's all I got. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing. You guys stay safe out there. And again, until next time, my friends, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.